My name is Olivia Volkman. I attend the Vancouver Church, and I've been going to Kingsway Christian School since first grade. I have been riding horses for about 10 and a half years now. It's always been a huge passion of mine ever since I was little. It was like the top thing I always wanted to do. I was never super confident in sharing what I knew about God and the things that I knew that He could do. I didn't have doubt that He could change certain things, but I definitely had trouble sharing that with other people in worry of being judged. I think it was a mix of falling off a horse at a big horse event, and then also had a pretty intensive basketball camp right afterwards. That was the moment when I realized something really bad had happened to my knee. I remember one time I was sitting in the car after soccer practice, and I just looked down at my knee and just started crying because I was like, this isn't going away. I don't know what to do. And I, at times, had lost hope and lost my outlook on looking for what the Father could do rather than what I could do, because I wanted to be independent and say, I can get through this. It's just a little bit of pain. We had finally had a final appointment with a doctor where we got a MRI scan and realized that I had a meniscal tear that was going to be big enough to require surgery. After we had gone through with the surgery, I had realized about 2 months afterwards that it didn't make a difference. I had gone through with physical therapy and even followed up with injections and things that we thought would make it better. And still, after two or 3 months, I was having just the same amount of pain as I had at the beginning. I went to a church camp at Vancouver Church the summer in between my freshman and sophomore year. And I was having a lot of pain in my knee to the point where it was hard to fall asleep at night, hard to participate in the games that we were playing throughout the week. And it got to a point where I was really losing a lot of hope. I was always nervous that someone was going to call, we have an injury for a left knee. And I was always worried that I would be like, oh no, because it was so obvious. And, everyone knew I had the knee injury. I was actually sitting there and someone had a word for a right shoulder. And I was like, well, my right shoulder actually really hurts. So I was like, well, yeah, my shoulder's pretty sore. And then, I had a huge group, all my friends, everyone coming around praying for my shoulder. And that pain went away. And I was like, wow. I wish this could happen for my knee, but I know it's a different injury, right? I was like, that's a meniscal tear. It's not just gonna go away. And then someone came up and they said, I also have a word for a knee injury. And I was like, yes. Broke down in tears, right? Like, yes, you can pray for my knee. And part of me still was like, it might not work, but we'll see, it's worth a shot. I knew He could do it, but I thought, maybe it's not for me. Maybe it's for someone else. And in that moment, it was God saying, I'll always give you the best. The best is for you. And they started praying for me, and it was a moment where I said, I'm gonna have faith that God can do this. And as I was sitting there, everyone surrounding me, probably 30 people, all praying for my knee, it started to feel warm and then tingly. And then at first I didn't want to move because I was almost thinking, maybe it's not better. And the second I put pressure on it, I went from a pain scale of almost off the scale, 10, 11, 12, to no pain at all. And I was able to pray for somebody else who experienced healing. And just the whole series of events gave me so much hope. And I was able to see how much God can do. Having my knee be healed is an entire experience on itself, but just the fact that that one experience I've been able to share that testimony and help other people to see what God can do is life altering.